Hi guys! Sony just released two amazing new cameras yesterday, the A7C Mark II and A7CR. And I'm sure you are curious to know what's the difference between the new models and other Sony cameras. In this video, I'm going to compare the A7C II, A7IV, and the apsc A6700 since they are all hybrid cameras. And at the end of the video, I will also share with you my personal thoughts about these three models. The A7C Mark II is basically a smaller and more affordable A7 IV. They are both full-frame cameras with 33 megapixel sensor, oversampled from 7K, and the A6700 is an apsc camera, so theoretically, low light performance and dynamic range will not be as good. The A7C II and A6700 are more lightweight and travel-friendly, but of course they do not have the same large hand grip as the A7 IV, so if you have large hands, this should be taken into consideration. For video recording, the A7C II and A7 IV can only record 4K 60p in crop mode. This is actually a little bit disappointing because you would assume if A6700 can already do 4K 60p uncropped, why can't A7C II do it, right? All of them can record 10-bit 422, so they should have amazing performance in terms of color grading. The new A7C II has the best stabilization theoretically, but according to the footages I saw online, I don't think 5-stop and 7-stop are that different. If you're going to walk while holding the camera, you will still need a very wide lens and walk carefully. If you really need extra stable camera, the ZV-E1's dynamic active steady shot will suit you better. A7 IV has the best EVF, but personally I don't think this is that important. 2.36 million dot is more than enough in most cases. Now here comes the deal breaker. A7 IV is the only camera among these three that has dual card slot. So if you are a professional photographer who works for a paid customer, this is just something you cannot overlook. The A7 IV also comes with a full-size HDMI, so you can connect the camera to an external monitor. The A7C II and A6700 actually have a lot in common. They both use an improved AI processing engine for better tracking and autofocus, and they offer more recognition targets, just like the A7R5 and the ZV-E1. You have human, animals, birds, insects, train, and airplane, and we all know how assuring it is when you look at your camera screen and see that little square indicating your subject is in focus. They also have the auto-framing function, allowing you to look like you have somebody filming you when actually it is auto-cropped in, and it will track you as you move around. But I have to say, on my ZV-E1, in a lot of cases, it is not very accurate. The newly designed menu is so much easier to use, but if you are already a Sony user, I don't think the old menu is going to be a problem for you. But you do have the option to swipe on the screen to choose the functions you want on the new menu. These two cameras have in-camera time-lapse, so you don't have to process a ton of photos on the Sony Imaging Edge software in post-production. But of course, on the Sony A7 IV, you can also use SNQ mode to achieve the similar result. Next, just like the ZV-E1, these two newer models allow you to import LUT on the camera, so that you can choose your favorite LUT and preview your final work on the camera. This feature used to only exist on high-end cinema cameras. Finally, here comes the price. The A7C II is a few $100s less expensive than the A7 IV, and the A6700 is the most affordable one, being the only APS-C camera among them. So, how do I think about these three cameras? I have to admit, I do think the new A7C II is a better camera than A7 IV. Except for the second card slot, the A7C II has everything that A7 IV has, and with even more functions like better autofocus, better AI checking, and most importantly, it is smaller and more lightweight. If I didn't have the A7 IV and now I have to choose between these two, I would definitely go for the A7C II because I don't need the second card slot and I don't need to connect the camera to an external monitor. But of course, if what you're doing is something you cannot afford to lose, then just choose the A7 IV, period. You don't even need to consider because you really do need more backup. I think the real tough choice is choosing between the A7C II and the A6700. If you look at the spec, these are the most important features I think should influence your decision making. And among these three factors, I believe the full frame and APS-C system is still the most crucial thing to consider. If your workflow includes a lot of shooting in low light environment, or somehow you need to maximize the background separation, then a full frame camera is still going to be a more ideal choice to optimize the result. So it really depends on what kind of environment you usually take photos and videos. If you only shoot in bright daylight, then the A6700 or even the ZV-E10 will be enough for you. And there is a huge price gap after all. I hope you find this video helpful. For more camera comparisons, click the video right here, and I would love to know which is your ideal camera. Let me know in the comment, and I will see you next time.